Okay, welcome to Walsall Stadium. This bright and breezy April afternoon. Perfect weather for rugby league. Looking straight into the team news. Bradford Northern lineup with Robbie Paul at number 1. Roger Simpson switched from full back to the right wing. Carl Hall, Paul Newlove and Gary Christie had formed the three-quarter line, with Neil Summers recalled at half-back to partner Derek Fox. Roy Powell, Trevor Clark and Eugene Bourneville at the front row, along with Paul Dixon, Paul Medley and David Heron. And the Bradford substitutes are David Turpin and John Hamer, who both played in the 18 Cup final on Thursday evening. And let's hope they're a little bit better luck than they did there, where St Helens were sound victors. The Doncaster lineup. Doncaster very much with a Bradford Northern flavour about them. Young Alex Green, Simon Tufts and of course coach Ian Brook from Bradford Northern men. They line up with Mark Farrer at 1, Terry Manning 2, Brad Hayes 3, Nathan Forster at Matthew Foster should I say at 4, with Andy Rothwell at number 5. Alex Green, as we mentioned, partners Barry Heaton at half-back, with Simon Tufts, Brendan Carlisle and Glenn Lidbird. In the front row, Orley Pennant, another Bradford Northern man who I forgot about there, Sonny Wakatea and Colin Mastill, the former Leeds hooker. He's at number 13, and their substitutes today are Gordon Lynch and Tony Miller. So Bradford Northern in the shape of Derek Fox to kick off. No doubt we'll see a long, deep kick by Derek. Kicks the ball away, it's an excellent kick. Well picked up there by number 12, Wakatea. He takes the ball in. Bradford Northern defence in the shape of Paul Medley chasing across. Very crucial game for both teams, of course. Bradford Northern, the wrong end of numerous defeats. They have lost 7 of the last 8 games. A very important game for them. They are well established in the top 8. Doesn't seem any danger of losing the place there, but of course they won't want to go to Wigan if they finish 8th. I think they'd much rather prefer to go to Headingley by finishing in 7th place, but Peter Fox has not given up hope of getting the top 4 position. David Heron there, did he charge the ball down? No, said to the referee. And of course Doncaster been in all kind of turmoil just late. Big long kick, Tony Miller. Looks like the wind could be a little bit too strong. Roger Simpson allows the ball to go dead, the ball just drifting over, and I'm sure that'll be significant parts of playing this first half as far as Doncaster are concerned. Alex Green very much wanting a big game, as will Simon Tufts. Very much a quality player. Simon Tufts didn't do quite well from at Bradford Northern, but certainly not without talent. Had a little bit of time in the amateur game when he left Bradford at Travellers Saints. Impressed Tony Fisher early on, and Tony Fisher brought him back into the game at Doncaster, but there's not many lads who are as big and as strong as Tuftsy and has the handling skills that young lad has, and I'd like to wish him all the best for the future. I hope things go a little bit better for him than they did at Bradford Northern. So Trevor Clark at half-back for Bradford Northern. He scoots away from Mark. He gives the inside ball to Summers. He's well tackled over by Lidgard. Roy Powell spinning, making the ball available. But Bradford Northern with the early ascendancy, and a little knock on there at marker by Trevor Clark. Crowd already shouting upon Newlove to get some of the ball. He hasn't had much ball of late, hasn't Newlove? Of course, been out with a hamstring injury for quite a while now. But it's Green with his first touch of the ball. He cuts inside Summers and loses the ball. Paul Dixon picks up the scraps. He goes forward. Ducks under Mark Hayes, tackle. Newlove at marker. He moves the ball out to Summers. Summers, who I think we'll see it. Taking the ball off Carl Hall, playing against his former team today. Not the best of starts against Carl Hall against his old buddies there, but he's been in tremendous form for Bradford just recently. Certainly been Bradford's form back in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And what's been, as I said before, rather disappointing 2 or 3 weeks, but Carl Hall, one of the bright spots to come through. Bradford Northern up very, very fast. Wakatea takes the ball in. Nice little kick through, Horsley, a set move by Doncaster, but the young New Zealand fullback, Robbie Paul, takes the ball cleanly, but given quite a bit of attention by the Doncaster chasers in the shape of Brendan Carlisle and Alex Green. Roy Powell, he takes the ball through Orley Pennant, who was in spectacular form early on in the season. Seems to resign himself to a second row. Mr. Tennant straight away, spotting the Doncaster number 4, Forster, Matthew Foster out of position, a quick tap by Bradford, nowhere near the spot, but the referee allows us to get on with play. Bourneville slips onto the ground. Really, Doncaster players not having to make a tackle there. Powell comes for the early ball. Maybe a little bit too early there. It's a slight shade of a forward pass, but the way the referees are positioned these days, very, very difficult. Heron with the run round with Fox, who floats a long ball out. Brad Hayes very much aware of the power of Carl Hall. Very important that Bradford get off to a good start. Of course, Carl Fairbanks suspended after that little misdemeanour against Leeds last week. Good ball. Paul with nice hands. Out to Newlove. Newlove dummies the wingman inside. Fitz still manages to get the ball away though, but good defence there by Carlisle. Came right across, made a good tackle. Fox with that little kick through. Doncaster defence very much aware of that Fox little routine. Andy Rothwell trying to make yards there, but well marshalled once again by Bradford defence. It's the big number 10 now, Lingard. He takes the ball forward, but Bradford open up very, very fast. Simon Tufts with the head guards on, nice little ball inside. Mr. Tennant there singling the last tackle, and this stayed as a 6. Long ball out to Alex Green. Alex Green with that left foot tries to put the ball behind Christie, but Christie takes it well at the second attempt. Running across the field, Pennant comes across, knocks him down. Well, the Doncaster players getting a little bit caught there at the marker. David Heron steps inside beautifully, holds the ball up, but once again the Bradford Northern support play not quite as good as what it should be. Fox, that's a nice ball to Summers, Summers to Dixon, Dixon spins round. Colin Maskell though, seems strange to see Colin in the number 13 shirt after seeing him for so long, wearing number 9 those years at Leeds. Simpson gets the ball, but very, very good defence by Doncaster. Certainly smothering the man. It's the last tackle. Fox is signaling where he's going to put this ball. He cuts inside, puts it up, just giving an indication of the strong wind. The ball really not making any yards whatsoever there. Left winger Andy Rothwell just cleaning up the scraps there. The ball ricocheted off him. Bradford up very, very fast, and this time Mr. Tennant has no hesitation. Giving the Bradford players offside. Stood right at the side of him, and that just relieved the pressure a little bit. Doncaster, who defended well in his first 5 minutes. Chance to regroup, organise something as they move into the Bradford Northern half for only the second time. Carlisle wants his players coming. Once again it's Lingard, strong run from Lingard, making some good yardage there. Simon Tufts now just winding himself up to come for his second drive. He gets the ball, steps inside. Bradford Northern now, Doncaster in the ideal position really to exploit it. A nice shift to play there by the Doncaster 13. Has he just got the strength to go over? 2 movements, said the referee. And one has to say that he did look a little bit short there, did Maskell. They said they were going in for that try, just couldn't reach out. But rather a silly thing to do. Looks rather disappointed as he comes away from the Bradford Northern try line. But good enterprising play by Doncaster. Fox feeds the scrum. Nice ball out to Robbie Paul, who flicked into the line. But straight away there though, there's Forster and Andy Hayes, the centres, really coming up very, very fast. Once again, Paul tries to shimmy, with a bit of a style where he hits and spins, similar to his older brother at Wigan, who very much a similar player, but more a power player now. They all seem to put on an extra pounds once they get to Wigan. Derek Fox, Doncaster caught offside. Once again, we see the strength of the wind. The ball spinning back. One or two of the crowd a little bit frustrated, but they don't realise how difficult it is to kick there. Bourneville coming once again a little bit too early for that pass to Trevor Clark, quite wisely. Using him as a foil. Right, half back, this goes away once again. Brendan can't go outside. Well, the referee going right across there to the left-hand side. Picks out Brad Hayes. Matthew Forster. Once again, Bradford Northern wisely tapping the ball. Wackerman misses Dixon. Dixon kicks the ball alive to Newlove. Newlove so dangerous in these situations. such strong upper body strength, and he's still going. Gets a good ball out, referee says play on, but now that will be a knock on, the first decision. Sonny Wakatura just knocking on the ball there as he came in for interception. Simon Tuff's been called out. Bradford Northern with an early penalty. Decides to tap it, the wind being so strong. Pennant goes in rather high, but lastly Eugene Bourneville is pulled to the ground, and this must be a penalty now. On the Pennant interfering at the play of the ball. The referees have made it quite clear throughout the season as it's commenced that they will stand no hanky-panky in that particular area. So rather silly 2 points for Doncaster to concede right in their own 25 after they defended so well. And while this Derek Fox prepares to take the kick, welcome relief for the players, the Bradford on substitutes, and physio Marie Griffiths on with the bottles of water. Very, very warm out there. Derek Fox giving Bradford their first points of the afternoon. 2 points. Going after 10 minutes. Maskell, no doubt, will use the wind, kick this ball as far as he can. Long deep kick, ball taken by Fox on the full. He finds Medley. Medley drives into Simon Tuffs and follow prop Lingard. Notable today how Bradford Northern are using a long pass from the acting half-back position. Powell, who steps inside. Bradford Northern not really getting a roll on though. Compared it, not the best of passing either there from Heron. And Newland picks up the scrap, steps inside. Beautiful play from Newland. So good on that left foot when he just steps inside. Bamboozles many defence. Once again, Roy Powell doing well to kick the ball out. Clark gets through. Little Barry Heaton though following him all the way, eventually makes a tackle. Now it's Heron again. Heron with a little chip through. Fullback Mark Faraday should have no problems that he came across, and the wingman Teddy Manning just let the ball go into touch, giving Doncaster the head and feed on the 10-metre line, deep inside the Doncaster half. Barry Heaton feeds the scrum. Manning comes in from the wing, swats off Robbie Paul should have said, but Robbie Paul gets a second bite of the cherry and makes no mistake with his second tackle. Now, great yards from Forster as he goes round him. Well taken there by Heaton. That's brilliant yards by Doncaster. Certainly showing plenty of spirit. More goes to Green. Green gets the ball to Maskell. Maskell misses a man out superbly. Pennant comes on a short ball. Just can't release the final pass. Certainly great play by Doncaster again. This time it's Green. Green tries to take the man on. Now it sticks Simon Tuffs. Tuffs dummies inside. Eventually gets the ball to the winger. Well, a very enterprising set of six there. Andy Rothwell just been tackled on the last tackle. Maskell goes up. Surely had to be offside. Referee not really looking on that occasion. Bourneville drives forward. Ball without Sir Medley. Alex Green quite sensibly not trying to meet Medley head on. Uses his weight. Robbie Paul, he steps inside. Hint of a high tackle there from Brendan Carlisle, but referee saying chest, indicating it was a chest tackle. Out to Fox. Fox this time, he decides to kick the ball. That will come back with the air. Certainly went back to the referee, no problems there. Good chase from Derek Fox. Simpson working well from marker as well on that occasion. Once again, Wakaroo, he gets the ball away to Green. Green tries to stand medley and go around him. That's good play from Alex Green. A very good, quick play the ball. Maskell dummies through. Two Bradford Northern men required to pull him down. Manning, who drifted in from the wing, floats the ball out. Simpson's coming and had to make a last-ditch tackle because the young Andy Rathwell could have hurt his ankle there. Just catching his head. Well taken by young Robbie Paul. Drives the ball out. All kinds of hanky-panky going on at the play the ball. Had to be a knock-on by Robbie Paul because he never played it. Could have been a penalty actually to Doncaster. Now the Tennant does stop play. Young Andy Rothwell getting the treatment from that tackle. Pure accident there by Roger Simpson. Seems to bang his knee on Roger Simpson's head. Won't make any comment on that one as far as Roger's concerned, but Rothwell in a tremendous amount of pain. Good. Luckily the youngster seems to be okay. Staggers back onto the wing with Doncaster's feed. Bit of a set move here as Maskell takes up the standoff position from the scrum. Wakaroo comes on a short ball, hits and spins, just can't get his pass out. Nice switch of play, well taken by Carlisle. He holds the ball to Tufts. Tufts gives a superb ball out, but the supporting player just couldn't take it. Took his eyes off the ball for a second, allowing Bradford Northern to breathe again as Medley brings the ball away. Runs at Barry Heaton, picking out the small men quite sensibly, trying to make good, valuable yards. Trevor Clark, he scoots away from markers, we've seen doing so often, hopefully this afternoon, if you're a Bradford Northern supporter. Heron to Dixon. Dixon cuts inside, hits, spins and passes back to Heron. Heron using some of the foul, back into it to Newlove, and we've seen the lad score so many tries from this position. He goes away. Newlove striding out, man outside him, out to Simpson. Simpson steps inside. What a superb tackle by Pennant, right on the line. Surely Newlove will try and barge over. He steps inside, and that's a class try from a class player. Doncaster credited and got back in defence. Newlove though just strode out, and nobody else deserved to try more. He's done all the spade work. Laid it up on a plate for Roger Simpson, but a tremendous tackle by Audley Pennant just stopped the young Bradford Northern winger from scoring, but there was the big fella to pick the ball up and score, to put Bradford Northern a little bit further in front.
First goal to Bradford Northern, number 4, Paul Muller.
Well, now what looks like a relatively easy kick for Derek Fox will be made all the more difficult by this swirling wind. Taking his time with the Tennant with his hanky out, just getting ready to signal to the official scorers. He comes round. Well, he strikes in a little bit of consultation by the two touchdowns. They decide to give Derek Fox the 2 points and Bradford Northern a 8-point lead. So once again, it's Colin Maskell to start the game for Bradford, for Doncaster. They vary the kick a little bit this time. This time it's David Heron who takes the ball. He's tackled by Simon Tufts. Carlisle not stood square at the marker, but the referee, Mr. Tennant, just allowing play to proceed. Summers with the inside ball to Dixon. Certainly Doncaster now not going to throw the towel in. It's only 8 points. They've still got a long way to go.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The lady collecting handbag on the vomit of the car passed in the main car park. The car was a Yankee.
Barry Heaton ready to feed the scrum. So Heaton feeds the scrum. Out to Green. Green decided to take on Summers, just hasn't got the pace to go round him. Good defensive work by Summers on that occasion. Andy Rothwell cuts inside, seems to have fully recovered from that little knock he had a minute or two ago. Lingard does well, goes down Medley. Doncaster line up ready to attack. Green gets the ball. Has a long way to go around Maskell. There's a superb gap. And as Wakaru drives for the line. And he actually loses the ball in the tackle. But Maskell and Green just carving a wide gap in the Bradford Northern defence on that occasion. Only a last-ditch tackle there by Robbie Paul and Carl Hall, preventing Doncaster scoring the first try, but full credit to Bradford for that good defence. It's Christie who now takes the ball in, relieving the forwards. Bourneville. Simon Tufts. Rather a slow play of the ball, and at last, the relief of the Bradford Northern fans, it's Alex Green who's just caught in an offside position. Rather solid from Alex there. The third tackle, Doncaster defended well. Fox decides to tap it, gets the ball to Heron. Heron steps inside. Now it's Dixon again. Certainly been Bradford Northern's, should we say, form player of the last few weeks. Fox. Well, holds the ball up. Pennant and Bourneville a little tete-a-tete, but the referee says play on. Eventually Fox is tackled. Pennant runs round his man. It's back to David Ennell, who's been very, very busy. Long ball by Paul. He finds Newlove. Nearly interception time there. Terry Manning read it well. Came in as Robbie Paul gets the ball. Puts it inside to Summer. Hint of a forward pass. Summer's driving for a line. Got a bit try time for Trevor Clark. One or two of the Doncaster fans not very happy with that. Looked like, or a hint of, a forward pass from Robert Young at Robbie Paul there to Neil Summers, but Neil Summers played on like a good professional that he is, took the ball forward and eventually released the ball to the supporting Trevor Clark on the inside. So it's amazing how the game can swing back and forth. 1 minute there, Doncaster right on the Bradford Northern line, and then play switching down to the other end, and Bradford Northern coming away with the spoils in the shape of a try from Trevor Clark and what should be a relatively easy kick for Derek Fox. And he makes no mistake, adding his third goal of the day. Giving Bradford Northern a 14 points to 0 lead. Just halfway through the first half. 20 minutes gone. Bradford Northern 14, Doncaster 0. And one wonders if Bradford Northern are going to go on a point spree here, which would be a shame really, because one has to admire the tenacity of the Doncaster players and the board and all the people connected with the club in the way they've kept the game going. Meanwhile, Doncaster have made a substitution. Tony Miller coming on, not quite sure who's gone off. But it's Audley Pennant who may have just a little bit of a knock in that. Bit of a foray there, trying to stop Trevor Clark scoring. Roy Powell drives the ball in. Straight away, Tony Miller involved in the action. Bourneville drives in once again. It's a lovely slip ball. Trevor Clark goes away. Roy Powell supporting. That ball went back. Referee agreeing with me on that occasion. And nearly all the Bradford Northern team being caught offside on that occasion. Ironic cheers from the Doncaster supporters. It's Colin Maskell, who seems to be doing everything for the moment for Doncaster. He's the playmaker, the kicker. Certainly getting involved. And once again, it's the young Doncaster winger, Andy Rothwell, who drives the ball forward. Miller again just ducking under rather a high tackle from Trevor Clark on that occasion. Dummy switcher play to Simon Tufts, who drives forward, looks to unload, but quite wisely decides to hold the ball close to him. Maskell. Once again, Maskell working on at the best of passes, but the Doncaster winger. Well, knock on given. Find it very hard to believe, really. The Doncaster player facing his own post, and in my book, I don't really see how you can knock on when you're facing your own post, but the referee and the touch judge deeming that it will be a knock on this occasion. But once again, Doncaster spoiling some quite good approach work by giving the ball away. Ball goes in. Simpson comes into the line. Now, once again, it's Newell just stepping out of tackles at will. Tony Miller come across well there, though. Now it's Medley. Medley trying to drive straight through Brendan Carlisle, but Carlisle sticking to the task, eventually brings the man down. Northern in the shape of Neil Summers. Last tackle, possibly that ball should have been released. Some good support players there. Summers pushing his man away to Fox. Fox with that diagonal kick right across again. Could just be a little bit too strong on this occasion. Ball goes dead. That'll be a tap on the 20 metres as it is nowadays. The Doncaster who trudge wearily back to that line. And really we can see the enthusiasm coming out of the Doncaster players as they go, as the minutes tick away. Well picked up there by Alex Green. Loose ball. Terry Manning, who drifted over onto the left wing, wants the ball, eventually picks it up from the marker. Drives into Carl Hall. Maskell again, he puts the ball inside to Miller. Miller keeps the ball alive well. Manning, who's still in that centre position, try and gets the ball away. Not the best of passes there though to Hayes. Eaton again, he holds the ball up. Well picked up by Neil Summers. Neil Summers should score here. Streaking away underneath the post. A nice try to Neil Summers. Barry Eaton there holding the ball up. Tries to bring the man onto the short ball. Well, the ball eventually going to the ground. Well picked up by Neil Summers, who shot, scampered away. Outpaced the Doncaster defence to score underneath the post. To give Derek Fox a chance of his fourth goal.
The try shot for Northern, number 6, Neil Summers.
Derek Fox adds on the extras without any problems. Giving Bradford Northern a lead of 20 points to 0. 1972, the last time Doncaster played a league match at Bradford Northern. On that occasion, a youngster by the name of Keith Mumby made his debut and crashed all kinds of records. 72 points Bradford Northern scored on that day, with Keith Mumby getting 32 of them. As David Heron drives through. He plays the ball. Wackadoo seems to have taken a little bit of a knock. Summers now has the ball. Bourneville. Tony Miller though. It's all about team spirit now for Doncaster. They must keep going. Bradford Northern, of course, gaining confidence as the game goes along. Little knock-on action half-back, was it? Well, Mr. Tennant deeming there that Roy Powell, who's had 20 years experience in the game, hasn't played the ball properly. So Bradford Northern now having to defend on their own 20-metre line. Terry Manning drives the ball in. Paul Medley and Paul Dixon shadow him across the pitch, eventually take him. Good switch of play by Maskell. Holds the ball up and cuts inside. But opposite number, Trevor Clark, round the ankles, copybook style, brings his man down. Eaton To Green. Green there just holding the ball. It cuts inside of the man supporting. Surely Doncaster must score now. Well, good defence by Bradford. Thought Barry Heaton was over there, but the youngster's lack of power and pace just letting him down. Beautiful ball by it's Green to Maskill, who must score. Good try there by Colin Maskill. Well, the referee not giving the try. Well, we're having a bit of a debate here in the box as to why the try wasn't given. Possibly didn't put the ball down properly, rather disappointing. A well-worked move there by Green and Maskill. Well, Fox going forward now, that's what the Bradford Northern fans want to see. Derek Fox taking the defence on. Not the best of passes there. Bourneville has to pick it up. Christie picks the ball up. He cuts inside. He'll be looking now to get on the action. 20 points to 0. Tony Miller and Christie, a little bit of a Bentley breaks through. Got Trevor Clark outside him, but I think the big fella will go for the corner. Brilliant tackle there by Mark Farrer. Really, Medley should have strode in there. Once again, Mr. Tennant right on the spot, refuses to give the try. But really, Paul Medley of old would have just strode in there, the kind of situations they used to dream of for that occasion. But full credit to the Doncaster fullback Mark Farrell, who got right across and brought the man down, as the fullback should. So Fox has to feed the scrum. Ball goes to Summers. He holds the ball up to young Robbie Paul. Robbie Paul puts it inside to Christie. Once again, it's Newlove. Newlove stepping in. Good hands by Robbie Paul. Not the best of passes there by Paul Newlove. The big guy done all the hard work. Seemed to slip on that bit of turf down there, but then just fed the ball inside to Robbie Paul, who took the ball round his ankles and touchdown. Number 1, Robbie Paul, a debut try. Doncaster making a second substitution as the Derek Fox prepares to kick the goal. Gordon Lynch coming on for Simon Tufts. Simon Tufts, who's battled on. Fox there trying to allow for the wind, but the wind not pulling it in at all. Gordon Lynch. 24-0, about 5 minutes to go before half time. Bradford, who have to play with the wind in the second half. Things not really looking good for Doncaster. As I say, when you're down, you're down. Things started off so well for Donny at the beginning of the season. That magnificent win at St Helens. Everything going really well for them. Well, Paul Medley, God knows what they were trying to do there. Tried to flick the ball up, I think, and catch it on the full. However, it's gone dead. There'll be a kick out underneath the posts. Paul Newlove, who's picked the ball up. He holds the ball up. Puts a long kick out, reaches the halfway line. A good kick. Just taken there by Andy Rothwell. He drives the ball in. Good chase by Bradford, who came off the line very, very fast. They play the ball. Gordon Lynch, a young Doncaster substitute, gets an early taste. Not the best of passes. Glyn Lidgard, who's tried throughout. His first half, Maskell once again switches played. Wakaru takes the ball. He drives forward. Made some good inroads into the Bradford defence as Wakaru every time he's had the ball. But it's in this stage of the game where they seem to have fallen down. Once again, Doncaster fall down again, losing the ball in that vital area, just 5 metres short of the Bradford line. Robbie Paul, at half-back, decides to scoot off himself. The youngster will be gaining in confidence as the game goes along. Simpson gets the ball to Fox. Fox out to Nulov. Nulov puts Christie away. Now Christie with a straightforward pace to the line. He's going to take the full-back on. He cuts inside well. Christie now with the line at his mercy. Right underneath the post. Wonderful try there by Gary Christie. Here we go with the backflip. Didn't quite have the legs to do it on that occasion, but a wonderful pass by Paul Newlove. He drew 2-3 men. And just held on to the ball, putting Gary Christie, but full credit to Gary Christie, helped to do the business. Nick Fox right underneath the post. I would have thought it was an ideal opportunity for Bradford to blood some of the younger players in the squad, but Coach Peter Fox sticking with the tried and tested players. Signed Derek Fox. He once again makes no mistake. So with 5 minutes to go before half-time, Bradford Northern going to 30 points to 0 lead. Once again, the water bottle's been eagerly distributed around the players. It's a weary Colin Maskell. He puts a little short chip in. Must leave it to go over. Eventually he does do. Trevor Clark picks the ball up. Brendan Carlisle just not managing to get hold of the ball. Trevor Clark's boots come off. He goes to pick it up as Medley drives the ball into Colin Maskell. Hope you're wondering what's happening at the moment after all the great years he had at Leeds, but one thing's for certain, he's not going to throw the towel in. Loping left arm there from Maskell, unseen by both touch judge and referee, surprisingly. Summers floats the ball to Paul, who puts it inside to Nolan. Nolan's striding away now, he cuts inside one, cuts inside two, and Nolan touches down in the corner, and really it's becoming a rout now. Bradford Northern scoring out well. Although we like to say this really isn't good for the game. Premier Division side, Doncaster have had all kinds of trouble, we know. Things have to remain competitive. That's probably one of the reasons why so many people want to see Wigan win. Or say Wigan lose, should I say. Nolan going for a superb try. Creating possibly 5 men on his way to the line. I really just one wonders what Coach Ian Brook can say to his charges at half-time, which we're coming up any minute now as the hooter goes. Derek Fox, long way out, strikes it, but once again the ball just drifting away. So that's 34 points to 0. One wonders what ploy Colin Maskell will be trying now on the kick-off. Hasn't really got many options left to him. This time he reverts to the more orthodox long deep kick. Well taken by Paul Dixon, who certainly gets up ahead of speed here. Driving straight to his men, looks to win load, but nobody in support again. Paul looks around in frustration as Roy Powell takes the ball in. Roy lets it out through the back door. Trevor Clark bobs and weaves. Heron out to Paul. Paul who's certainly looked the class player on this, as I open my mouth once too often. A little bit late with that pass. Gary selling in just to slow things down a little bit, son. So Roy Paul at half-back, floats out a nice ball to Roy Powell. Roy Powell puts the ball away to Fox. Fox in it to Summers. Bradford Northern now supporting, as a team should support. Newell's gone to mark, and he strolls away from acting half-back, gets the ball inside to Carl Hall. Carl Hall takes a good pass. Can he get the ball out with Bradford Northern in a 3-man overlap just before half-time? They must go right. This time, the big fella Newell again, I think, crashing over for his third try of the afternoon. And really, it's all too easy for Paul Newell. That makes the score 38-0, and possibly the record score by Bradford Northern could be in danger of being broken here. 75 against Lee East last year. So Eric Fox right on the stroke of half-time. This time has he got it right? No, he hasn't. So as the hooter goes, it's 38-0 to Bradford Northern. And certainly a very much of a uphill struggle for Doncaster in the second half. I'm sure all Derek Fox and Peter Fox will be saying to the players is to get nice and deep, pass the ball out. Let's get a few more points on the board. We know what score difference is to us last season when we lost the championship. But one hopes that Doncaster really will make a bit better game of it. We're rolling. Right, well, here we go for the second half. Looking around very, very quickly. Bradford Northern had 2 substitutes in the shape of David Turpin and John Hamer. In a moment, I'll tell you who they're on for. Straight away, John gets an early touch. He drives the ball in. Doncaster defence, I'm sure, was rather a stern talking to by coach Ian Brook. Eugene Bonville plays the ball. Paul Piles misses out. Summers gets the ball to Dixon. Dixon gets a good pass out. Well taken by David Turpin. Seems to be occupying the left centre spot. So it looks as though Paul Newell has done the business with his 3 tries in the first half and has been given a rest as Cal Hall drive through. Not the best of passes there though from Cal Hall. Rather silly on the 4th tackle. Once again, Doncaster come through with the man with no number on. Out to Green. Green tries to drive the ball in. That's not really what Alex Green should be doing. A little fella like him. He wants to be the link man between the backs and the forwards. Once again, Maskell keeping the ball alive. Once again, Doncaster hit this blind side. Nice little chip through by Heaton. The ball just deceiving Robbie Paul at first. Doncaster now penning him in though. Really no way for the youngsters to go. Terry Menning aiding in the tackle. Turpin picks the ball up from marker. He's well chased by Heaton though, who's pulled down. Really, when a score gets like this, it's players tend to just seize up a little bit on both sides. There's not much either can do. I think Bradford Northern will be thinking a record score. Doncaster now only playing for pride. Clark puts the ball inside to Bourneville, who's been involved throughout the game. A nice pass from Powell. Summers gets Turpin away. Possibly could have just been holding that ball just a little bit longer. Summers. Fox now using the wind. The ball goes up. Well taken there though by Mark Farrer. And gets the deserved little applause. As Rothwell drives in. Bradford Northern offside on the far side. Can't really see what's got to do with play on this side of the pitch. Rothwell gets on with a quick tap, but he goes nowhere. Instead, into the arms of Neil Summers. Rothwell getting a little bit fired up there. Substitute. Gordon Lynch drives the ball in. Maskell ducking and diving. Once again, Miller goes in his own from marker. Bradford Northern working well in defence, getting the ball right back. Green takes it at first man. Nice pass from Green. Inside to Heaton. Heaton puts it over to Pennant. Pennant, a nice little lob pass to Green. Green's going to go underneath the post, and Alex Green will certainly enjoy that one against his old foes, his old teammates, Bradford Northern. Green starting the move off on the centre of the park, supported well inside, a lob pass from Ordinary Pennant. So eventually Alex Green getting just desserts, he'd never stop trying throughout. And he gets Doncaster on the score sheet at last. Be adding the extras on as well. And somebody just said if Doncaster come back from this, it'll be the biggest comeback since Mons, but we'll have to wait and see for that one. Alex Green round the corner. So it's Bradford Northern 38, Alex Green 6. As we see Derek Fox. He's ready to kick off. Eventually the ball reaches him. Good play, and certainly that'll cheer up or give heart to the Doncaster players. Just what they needed right at the start of the second half. Certainly had the backs against it. It's a long kick. Oof. Manning taking that one well above his head. Bourneville going in, swinging it around there. Once again, good yards by little full-back Farah. To Pennant, he runs straight into Carl Hall though. Wakaru drives in, keeps the ball alive to Maskell superbly. He gets it out to Green, who does extremely well. Getting Forster away outside, and Manning now throws the ball back rather foolishly, but eventually Doncaster pick up the scraps. Right, Summers now cuts inside. Oh, Summers got the pace. Oh, unfortunate there. Farah coming right across, but Neil Summers just had the strength to outpace his man and going for his second try of the afternoon. But certainly end-to-end stuff at the moment. So Neil Summers now on a hat-trick if he can manage another try. This time little Derek having no problem whatsoever. Gets his 5th goal of the afternoon. Give Bradford Northern a 44 points to 6 lead. So Colin Maskell resumes where he finished off in the first half, kicking off for Doncaster. Kicks the ball down to Chris Summers, who gives the ball to Paul Dixon, who drives forward. Turpin now. Class player, David Turpin. Never really got the breaks he's deserved at Bradford Northern. Never seems to have gone quite right for him. He's now in the position of playing centre where he'd like to play. He's always been used on the wing or... And with a touch up, something a little bit untoward from Mr. Pennant. Really a pointless intervention there by the touch judge, saying Wakaru going in with a little right jab. Bradford Northern in possession, no looking well, and I think the referee probably would have been wiser just to carry on play. However, Bradford Northern won't say no to the penalty, and it's Roy Powell once again who drives in, spins round. Out to Hamer. Hamer drives in. Good defence though by Lynch and Wakaru on that occasion. Fox with the switch play to Medley. He bounces off Green, but the ball goes down, and eventually it's number 14 Gordon Lynch for Doncaster who comes away with the ball, and Bradford Northern's been a little bit too elaborate on that occasion. Carlisle again. Good ball out. Masco wants players inside him, gets good break from Carlisle. Green in close support. Well marshalled low by opposite number. Pennant floats the ball out. The big Lingard, not the best of passes. Well picked up though by Andy Rothwell, who continues the run, does well, gets it away to Manning. He gets it away to Carlisle again, who should have passed the ball. Eventually he does do to Green. Green now is going to take on him. Not the best of passes. Green was going to get the run. Must come for Doncaster, who drive over, and that's a superb try by Terry Manning. Once again, all the hard work being done by Alex Green. Didn't get the kindest of bounces when he decided to chip over Robbie Paul. Good support play by Manning. Johnny on the spot, as they say these days, there to touch down underneath the post. And I'm sure Alex Green will have no difficulty getting his second goal of the afternoon. Good half hour of the game remaining. So the left-footed Alex Green bobs the ball over. So Doncaster actually winning the second half by 12 points to 6, if you want to look at it that way. Derek Fox, a long deep kick, and that ball comes down straight to Bradford. Well, Turpin rather foolishly there, should have picked the ball up. And that's just the kind of thing that frustrates Peter Fox and Nigel Stevenson so much about the youngster. Really not doing the basics, and whatever happens now, he probably spoilt a good performance by making a silly error like that. Once again, Gordon Lynch. Maskill feeds Green. Green chips through, decides to put it long. That should hold up behind the line if it reaches. Robbie Paul picks up just in time. Chance for the youngster to show his pace. Tries his hit and spin routine. But wingman Andy Rothwell had shredded him right across the park. Simpson, who drifted in from the wing, driving forward. John Hamer. Bourneville. Nice ball to Summers. Summers was stepping through a tackle by Alex Green. Bit of glare on the Bradford Northern fans say. Rothwell eventually gets the ball to Paul now. One of a trio of New Zealanders on the pitch for Bradford at the moment. Well, that's slack play by Bradford. Trevor Clark in particular not looking there where nobody was coming in support. Green with the ball. Green going forward. Had a good game with Alex Green. Certainly been the pick of the Doncaster backs. Pennant takes that one well. He cuts inside, but once again couldn't get the ball to away to support him, Mark Farrer. Manning decides to go down the blind side once again. Now we come to the final tackle. Heaton in position. Ball bouncing all over. I'm sure the referee will give the last tackle. There seems to be a knock on both sides there, but the last tackle. Tennant plays the ball, nearly kicks Trevor Clark in the face as Robbie Paul gets the ball. Puts a stupid pass out really on the first tackle, but gets away with it. The ball bouncing off Terry Manning's head there. Dixon using all that 15.5 stone to full effect. Bourneville. Maskell having a little bit of chat with the linesman as Fox puts the ball in. Mark Farrell's come right across, decides to take the ball, loses control, but the ball definitely went backward on that occasion. He cuts in, but a good chase there by Neil Summers. Brings Doncaster in this half. Fox working tremendously hard, a superb professional Derek Fox. One or two people criticise him. As Alex Green tries to go through possibly Bradford's two biggest men, Roy Powell and John Hamer. Now it's Pennant. He desperately tries to get the ball away. Trevor Clark just clamping it up, ensuring that no pass is given. Once again, we come to the last tackle as far as Doncaster are concerned in this set of 6. Maskell trips over well. That should bounce for him. Manning picks the ball up, but people must be in support. Doncaster sub kicks again. This should bounce for the Doncaster lad, and it does, and he goes underneath the post. Well, are we taking bets, gentlemen? Are Doncaster going to come back? Good support play there by, I think it was Brendan Carlisle on that occasion. Good try there by Brendan Carlisle. Once again, the ideal position for Alex Green to kick from as a left-footed kicker. Certainly giving the Doncaster fans a little bit of heart. 44-18 if he hangs this one on. Alex Green, who signed for Doncaster from Bradford Northern, formerly played for the Dudley Hill Club in Bradford. Good all-round sportsman. Opens the betting for Cleckheaton in the Bradford League. To Green, do they have the extras on? Yes, makes no mistakes. And that touches it on the full after that little bit of footwork on the last long kick from Derek Fox. Certainly Bradford Northern tackling gone a little bit to pot in this second half. Gordon Lynch is put the part, but he's going to get penalised here for talking to the referee. Very, very stupid. When in possession, he's saying, Mr. Tennant saying, I'll decide who's refereeing, and once again must have come out with another mouthful. Which is a shame really, because the lads had a good game while he's been on. So Doncaster now, as well as being 20 odd points behind, they're going to have the further disadvantage of being a man down. Just as things were going well for Doncaster, they make life so much harder, and it's John Hamer who drives the ball in. Tony Miller, Brendan Carlisle, as Roy Powell drives forward. Pennant holding to the ball, but they seem to be in earth playing the ball. The Bradford, it's Dixon. And a knock-on being given. Good defence from Doncaster. Credit where credit's due. Tony Miller coming in, reading the situation well. Knew Paul Dixon was going to get the ball, so he came up very fast, took man and ball, and in the process, Paul Dixon lost the ball. So now Doncaster with a man light in the pack, trying to be pushed off it by Bradford Northern. They're all on just holding possession. Medley with the tackle. Teddy Manning running all over, a bit like a headless chicken, ricocheting off Bradford Northern men. Out to Green. Oh, Wakaroo making a terrible mistake. Powell gets the ball at the second attempt. Fox gets the ball to Paul. Paul puts a nice ball out. Tremendous defence there from Terry Manning. But Dixon makes no mistake with this time as he charges forward. Nice switch of play. Powell, Fox, Big Roy goes in, but once again, good defence. Wackaroo making up for that loss with a tremendous tackle there, along with substitute Tony Miller. Well, Bradford losing the ball. Roy Powell in all kinds of trouble at the play of the ball there. Tony Miller will certainly not make that same mistake. Brendan Carlisle tries to get away from the in half-back position. This time Doncaster are yards offside. One gets the feeling that maybe Mr. Tennant's just evening things up a little bit. Maskill takes play just outside the Bradford Northern 20, right on the 10-metre line. Terry Manning not timing his run to perfection, one has to say there. Ball goes to Green, who puts it inside to Audley Pennant. Green, who's involved in everything at the moment, to Heaton, back to Pennant. Pennant floats it across. Now it's Bournemouth. Bournemouth getting the ball to Hamer. Is Hamer going to go in for one of those rare tries? Clark hits the blind. Fox floats a nice pass out to Simpson. Simpson steps inside. Carl Hall came inside, not necessarily. In my opinion, should have done that. If he'd have stepped outside, Bradford Northern would have had the numbers. Fox just saying he wants another drive in. Carl Hall, he'll be desperate for a try against his old club. But Doncaster really tackling for everything the heart's worth. Fox to Robbie Paul. He floats about to Dixon, and Dixon just strolls through. Classic second row play there by the big man, running onto the ball from out wide. A nice long pass. 50 points to 18, would think, when Derek Fox had this goal on. Bit of further bad news for Doncaster. It looks like maybe Alex Green's had a bit of a knock. Roy Powell and Nigel Stevenson, the Bradford Northern assistant coach, is having a little word with him. Everybody's hoping Alex is well. Remembered with fond memories here at Bradford Northern. So Fox wanting, Mr. Tennant should have said, wanting the Doncaster players to get behind the line. They're in a rush to start play, I don't know why. Fox strikes the ball, adds it over. No problems. That sixth goal is kicked this afternoon. Really, Doncaster now want to be slowing things down a little bit. Simon Tuff comes on. Looks like it's a bit of a blood bin for Alex. Been poked in the eye, has he? And the Bradford fans showing their appreciation. A superb round of applause there for little Alex Green. Doncaster just calling for the doctors. And I'm sure Alex will appreciate that one. Looks like a stitch's job. The Doncaster, they say the Bradford Northern doctor, Chris Butler, just gone into the changing room. So let's hope Alex can resume. I'm sure they want to come back. Paul Dixon now. Good tackle there by Terry Manning. John Hamer. Certainly had a new lease of life about him as John Hamer just recently. One of these players whose contracts up at the end of the season. Fox. Nice run round. Dixon coming through. Slight hint of a obstruction there, but the referee playing on. Bradford, of course, playing against 12 men. Maskell and his old mate Roy Powell. Powell loses the ball. They play on. Pennant gets the ball now. He decides to take Medley on, steps inside Medley, and the ball goes out, and Hamer has the ball. Hamer with a little bit of a dummy. Held down by Wackaroo. Simpson's coming for a bit of the action. Should have given that ball to Robbie Paul, who would have stood underneath the ball, but Simpson's going himself. He strides out. Well, who am I to say? There I am criticising little Roger. But then he answers the critics by taking the ball in himself, right underneath those posts. And I'm sure, as I've said so many times before, Derek Fox will kick the goal to make it 56-18. Roger's first try of the afternoon. So that's goal number 7 for Derek Fox. Certainly doing his goal kicking. No harm at all. So 56-18. Colin Maskell kicking off for the umpteenth time. This time he finds Summers, but he decides to have a crack himself. Wackaroo and Tufts, the Doncaster defenders. Out to Fox. He this time gets away to Paul, who shimmies. Passes to Dixon. Tony Miller covering across well for Doncaster. Roy Powell. Lieutenant just saying, keep those tackles down to Mr. Tufts. Now it's Bourneville who runs at Tennant. He does well to let that one go. Fox looks round for the options. Roy Powell stood there. Playing like a standoff today is Roy. In all the action. Fox a little chip over. Paul's read it well. Takes it beautifully on the full. But he's offside. And what I have to say, I think he was just slightly in front, which if it wasn't good play really, because it was a set piece and Robbie should have had the sense or the, shall we say, the football brain to just keep on side. It was a superb chip by little Derek over the top, and let's hope the youngster learns by mistake, because one day that may be crucial. However, Doncaster get a let off. Terry Manning takes the drive in. He's all on his own there. The only yellow shirt straight into a line of Bradford Northern defenders. Once again, Mark Farrer, who's had quite a good game. Sorry, not Mark Farrer. Matthew Forster, who's had quite a good game. Simon Tufts stepping out of one. Bradford Northern won't want him to score. He plays the ball. No, Doncaster with the numbers. Barry Eaton puts the ball toward Tennant. He drives forward. Barry wanting a quick play the ball. Doncaster a little bit flat. Nice bit of knock on. Will Wackaroo take it? I think the referee has to give a knock on here. Well, Doncaster retain possession, which is rather strange. It's the last tackle though. Brendan Carlisle hits the blind side. Robbie Paul goes, picks it up well. But then is he forced over the line? Yes, he is. So the kick out underneath the post. Ten minutes to go, approximately 11 minutes to go before the final hooter. Bradford Northern 56, Doncaster 18. It's a long kick. The young full-back, Mark Farrer, decides to let the ball go in. Let's give an indication of the strength of the wind, the way it took that one there. Call. Nice little set piece there. Barry Hayes just... Barry Heaton, should I say. Just a little forward pass there. Rather unlucky, but that's been the story of Doncaster today. Summers, dummies inside. Trying to take on his opposite number. Brad Hayes all over him. As Carl Hall shoots down the blind side. Rather a quiet day for Carl Hall. He's been another of the form players at Bradford Northern. It's rather disappointing spell they've been having. Pennant meeting Dixon head on. Medley gets the ball. Medley eventually puts the ball down. The referee says play on. Derek Fox scuttering about. Couldn't get the pass in. One or two groans there by the Bradford Speckies, but the pass was never on. Summers puts the ball inside to Roy Powell. Roy Powell surely must score himself. Well against the ball. Roy Powell went the feeling that Robbie. Really, if Roy had just opened up there, he could have scored himself. Now he goes Mark, he gives the ball to Hamer. Hamer well tackled, now it's the last tackle. Turpin, nice ball to Fox. One or two of the Bradford fans waiting it, players should I say waiting to kick, but looking rather disarrayed. A long pass to Dixon, Dixon gets the ball. He goes inside and holds on. Pass goes nowhere, Doncaster get the ball. And really, Bradford should have done better. Andy Rothwell back on after that spell in the bin. He gets the ball. Maybe a bit of retribution there from Paul Medley as he goes in rather late. Bourneville. High tackle on Tufts. Says play on. Pinching the ball, was it? Trying to interpret the referee's free kick to Bradford Northern. Free kick to Doncaster. Didn't play the ball properly. Now we'll have a little confrontation. Liveman and Tufts is meeting. Simon Tufts wants to be involved as well. I think we'll find here that Simon Tufts didn't play the ball properly. So that'll be a free kick to Bradford Northern. Mr. Tufts going to get a lecture as well. He's walking away. Colin Maskell quite sensibly having a little word with Simon Tufts for him to calm down. It isn't as though the match hangs on this situation, but one can feel how frustrated Simon Tufts is against his old buddies. Eventually we decide to get on with things. Fox puts the ball into touch. He has the ball. Clark gets it, nice floated pass out to Medley, but he runs straight into his marker. Number 14, Gordon Lynch. Now it's John Hamer. John been quite impressive since he came on at half-time. He's all over him. Out to Fox. Fox to Summers. Summers puts it inside to Powell. Powell still going, but he wants a man on his shoulder. Last tackle. Is it? Couple more to go, sorry. Paul gets the ball. Holds the ball up superbly. Little pass inside to Eugene Bourneville. And that's Bourneville's first try of the afternoon. Yes, I was right. Once again, I have to apologise to Eugene. My eyes do not deceive me. It was Eugene who scored. Fox has his extras on. Apologies from the crowd. That's 62 points to 18. This play goes on. Alex Green thankfully has resumed his position on the bench. Obviously the lad's all right. Probably just a little stitching job. Colin Maskell quite sensibly, taking rather a long time to start the game, putting the clock down. Nice take. By Summers, referee would have been better off calling hell there. Can't really see how he can call Summers there, that's rather stupid. Quick tap there though by Tony Miller, he takes the ball forward. 62 points to 18. Doncaster still really giving all they've got here and cannot fault them for effort. Switch of play by Maskill, bringing Wackaroo on the inside ball. Right into a posse of Bradford Northern defenders. It's Teddy Manning this time. Christie. Will Christie have the legs to go? I can't see anybody catching him. Dived away underneath the post. Nobody there. Well, that's 68 when Fox puts the extras on. Second try for Christie. So Carl Hall kicks a goal for Bradford. Scored against his old club. Christie. Five. .68. Yeah. A long pass. Now Bradford Northern really could be on for the record score here if they just get a couple of tries in this last couple of minutes, 5 minutes. Bourneville holds the ball up. Carl Hall now, very, very quiet. Tennant. Some old buddies. Out to Fox. Fox finds Dixon again, who's had a mighty game out there. Last tackle for Bradford. Sholid will decide to run it. Clark holds the ball to Fox. Fox, the medley, who's got a mighty gap to go. Tries to kick through. That should be a knock on. Ball goes into touch. Roy Powell has been announced the Bradford Northern man of the match for a tremendous display. Fox gets the ball in. Out to Summers. Summers with a long pass to Paul. Paul wanted a man coming outside him. He gets the ball out. Eventually Roy Paul gets it. Turpin now, he cuts inside. Keeps the ball alive to Paul. Bradford Northern keeping the ball alive but not making much ground. Paul, he gets the ball. Now Simpson. Simpson steps inside but falls over. He can't get the pass in. So a lot of ground covered but really none in a forward motion. This guy will go forward though, throws the dummy, goes in there. Plenty of room out wide. Fox is in there, he spotted the gaps. Floats the ball to Carl Hall. Hands off one, hands off two. Gets the ball out. Will it bounce kindly for Bradford? No, it doesn't. And Bradford come up with the ball after that little tete-a-tete. Now Bradford must move the ball wide. Summers to Simpson. Simpson cuts inside. Simpson with a straight run to the line. He must go under the post. Simpson goes, makes no mistakes. Simpson's second try. Takes the score to 70. That's 72-18. 74 winner kicks the goal. 2 points behind Bradford Northern's record score. Bradford Northern alternating between kickers. Carl Hall, Derek Fox and Neil Summers. Summers makes no mistake. So that takes Bradford Northern score for 74 points. The record is on. Well, there goes a hooter, and it's no record score for Bradford. I'm sure one or two will be rather disappointed with that. But a tremendous game. As far as Bradford are concerned, got them back on the winning track. Scores for Robbie Paul, 2 for Roger Simpson, a goal for Carl Hall, 3 for Paul Newlove, 2 tries for Gary Christie, 2 tries for Neil Summers, 9 goals for Derek Fox, and a try apiece for Trevor Clark, Eugene Baldwell and Paul Dixon. And good support play by Doncaster, who never stopped trying, with Terry Manning, Alex Green and Brendan Carlisle, and 3 goals there from Alex Green. So final score of 74 points to 18 in Bradford Northern's favour.